Phrasing. What is phrasing? Musical phrasing can be compared to rhyme in poetry. Phrasing creates a natural flow in music that feels harmonious, expressive, yet is consistent, symmetrical, and whole. Phrasing is connected to the architectonic ear, the ability to feel and recognize musical elements, their structure, interaction, and hierarchy, both when listening to and playing music. Phrasing can only be expressed in playing through intonation and arm weight. Just mapping the structure of musical sections in your mind is not enough to feel phrasing and connect it to your playing. Picture it this way. Musical structure is the outline of your drawing, whilst intonation and arm weight are the shade and intensity of color within the drawing. If you don't apply intonation and arm weight to express phrasing, then you will start accumulating unhealthy tension in your mind. This happens when energy increases in your body without connecting to the piano. Hairpins. Hairpins in a musical score don't always indicate dynamic change, except when accompanied by crescendo, diminuendo, or dynamic change markings. When there is no change of dynamics in the score, then hairpins become an agogic notation. Agogic means rubato, expressive timing. And because rubato also creates a sense of dynamic change, hairpins indicate both agogic and subtle sonority fluctuation. Agogic is short-term pulling or pushing of timing. An opening hairpin pulls out timing, slowing down and expanding energy. A closing hairpin pushes timing forward. There seems to be no universal answer as to what exactly hairpins indicate in music. Their interpretation seems to change from one time period and composer to the next. If hairpins are not supported by written dynamic change in the score, ignore them. Build your own phrasing that is not based on what can be inconsistent and random hairpins. Slurs. Slurs can also be confusing, their interpretation varying from one time period and composer to another. Ignore slurs when structuring your own phrasing. As is the case with hairpins, slurs cannot give you the solid, consistent, and mathematical structure that is essential for building complete phrasing. Interestingly, when you create your own phrasing, you will notice that most of the time, slurs and hairpins are in synchronicity with the phrasing. How phrasing works. When you find the more prominent parts in each element of phrasing, this will show where you need to apply more energy and arm weight. This is how it works. The structure shows you where to apply more energy. You achieve this by increasing arm weight. You express arm weight through intonation. It's important to understand that applying more energy and weight through intonation has nothing to do with sound imagination and dynamics. For example, you can place additional emphasis on segment, feeling the expansion of your diaphragm, whilst decreasing dynamics. This way of performing was very popular among pianists in the first half of the 20th century as a means of creating a more expressive melody. It also helps music to flow, because the ability to graduate weight in playing eliminates a common problem, giving too much energy to too many elements, speaking like this. Healthy breathing and phrasing. When we talk about healthy breathing, we're not referring to actual breathing. We are referring to the ebb and flow of energy in the mind and body. The benefits of arm weight in phrasing. Phrasing without arm weight is a constant inhaling of energy. In your mind, more energy is being built up as you approach the more prominent parts of the music, inhaling. In your body, the same intense energy is being accumulated, inhaling. Phrasing with arm weight is a combination of inhaling and exhaling of energy. In your mind, more energy is being built up as you approach the more prominent parts in the music, inhaling. In your body, energy expands with the release of arm weight, exhaling. The benefits of clear structure in phrasing. Without repetitive mathematical structure in phrasing, you don't have a clear hierarchy of the musical elements. This leads to uncertainty in your mind, which in turn keeps your body muscles at a constant level of energy. Well-structured phrasing will not only give you a clear idea where to apply more energy and intention, but will also make it clear where to fully exhale and release tension, both in your mind and body. You apply more energy to the main motifs and phrases. You return to a low level of energy, fully exhaling after the main parts. The combination of the ebb and flow of energy in your mind and body creates the same sensation of inhaling, exhaling in the hand muscles. This in turn helps them maintain healthy and flexible tension when playing. As previously mentioned, unhealthy tension in the hands is the result of either constant breathing in or breathing out. In both instances, your hand muscles are being suffocated.